A very good morning to you, you crafty lot. I'm here with Christopher. We're gonna make the beaded beads. I really thought, oh, your hair, look at your hair. His hair is such a bedhead. It's always like does its own thing, I guess. So we're gonna make the beaded beads today. Christopher's gonna make a larger one with using larger. These are acrylic beads. They're 60mm acrylic beads, but he's gonna do it in sort of a mixed colorway. I'm gonna be demoing you the pearl and crystal set, but I'll show you the samples just in a minute. I'm gonna demo. Usually in the kit you make it with 3mm pearls, but I'm gonna demo it with some larger pearls so you can really see what I'm doing. Good morning, Brenda. Good morning, Joe. He says hi, Kitty and Christopher. Yes, so we had a little bit of shuffle around this morning because usually when we're doing our videos together with Christopher, we do it in the dining room, but the dining room is out of action at the moment, unfortunately, with the ceiling coming down a couple of weeks ago. So, and I really needed the lighting rig to show you when we start the stage so you can really see what we're doing. So I sort of swapped things about in my home office or craft room or... we got many different names for this room. Morning, Chris. Morning, Judith. Morning, Lucy. Morning, Alicia. Morning, Paula. Morning, Bernie. Morning, Doris. Everybody's saying good morning to you, Christopher, as well. So you need to say morning as well. Say good morning.
Good morning.
Doris has requested that we get Christopher talking a little bit more because, bless him, he's really quiet on this, I guess. But I haven't actually asked him yet, but he made this lovely little people from buttons. So in next couple of weeks, we're going to get, and you can do your own Facebook Live showing how to do the buttons. Is that okay?
Oh, yeah.
So now you promised the ladies, so now you're going to have to do it. Right, so let me turn the camera around, show you the lovely samples and talk you through how to make them. Morning, Alison. Morning, Tanya. Morning, Antida. Morning, Edward. Morning, Christine. Morning, Camille. Morning, Catherine. Doris, all of you are here. Quite a few of you this morning. So let me just turn the camera around. I got the comments up on my laptop already so I can see you commenting because I moved this camera up a little bit so I would not see the comments on my phone. Right, so let's get started. Beaded beads. This is really one of my pet projects because I made these beaded beads in so many different variations with so many different type of beads, a lot of, you know, a lot of different ones. They look different really when you use them with different beads. I love the big ones. The large ones, these are miracle beads. I think these are 18mm. These ones I made them probably about 5-10 years ago, a long time ago, but we don't stock 18mm, but we stock 60mm on the website. So they are great for home decor. So if you want to dress up your home, and I had these, and I had quite a few of these crystal ones as well in a bowl on a coffee table, and it looked really great in my lounge. But you can make them in all sorts of different kinds. I love the miracle beads because they give you this really special effect, and you can, you know, like use your jewelry making skills in home decor as well. This one of Christopher's make. I'm not even sure where we had these beads from. I think we must have had it years ago, and I had a few left in the bag, and he found them and he made them up. Again, these ones I think are really, really what samples, but I'm just showing you that you can make them really, really big, really as big as you want to. So just pop this out of the way. Let me show you, and we got a couple of offers on the website today. Oh, Christopher, they were rolling around, hon. This is the Very Berry with crystals. This kit was released earlier this year. It's a really lovely, let me just bring them up to you. You will make these beaded beads up with your 3mm pearls, and then there's crystals and larger pearls in the kit as well. They are really great to sort of showcase some feature beads and show them off, but you don't have to have many of them there. You can just have 3 or 4. Some of the necklaces, I only got them at the front part, but as you can see, we got many samples. You can make them in any color you like. That's the hematite with the navy. I love this aqua color as well. This one is I was looking for. So this one's only got a few at the front as a feature piece, and then you have the pearls going to the back. So you can do all sorts of different variations. This one's now this we got a big bundle on the website where you can make 7 color bundles. So don't forget each of the. There's 3 strands of 3mm pearls in there, so you make a lot of them, over 10 of the little beaded beads, and you got your lovely crystals, you got your 6 and 8mm pearls in there as well. So it's a complete kit. You can make loads of different bits with that one, loads of necklaces. There's also 3 different colorways on there as well if you just want to try your hand up making some. The big bundle is usually $69.99 and it's $49.99 on the website today, and the single ones are £16.19. Let's just take a sip of my coffee because I hear my voice going. So I made this again a couple of years ago, just using 4mm pearls, and because I had you need 30 beads per each one of the beaded beads. So if you have bits of pieces at home, you can always make one up, and then when you have enough, you can string them together and just have it sort of a little arrangement. This is a little bracelet I made. It's a really fun one. You can do in ombre colors, or you can do rainbow colors, whatever you like really. I really want to show you this sample because this one is all different size of beads. So this one is 8mm, this one is 6x8 rondos, 6mm pearls, 6mm glass beads, 6mm crystals, 4mm pearls, 4mm crystals, and 3mm pearls. So you can make a graduating effect within the beads themselves. And I got this one. This is just something I was playing around with it. So if you just want to make one larger bead up, I mean the summer is coming up, we can wear, you know, larger jewelry because you're not wearing the heavy jumpers anymore. But even in the winter, if you wear a turtleneck top, you can always wear something like this with it. So this is just making one beaded bead up and just sort of adding a few larger acrylic beads on there as a decoration. But I have more than this, so there's loads. I love making these up, so I made loads of them up over the year in all different sizes and shapes. And I got one more to show you. Now these ones, I adapted these to, I was going to do this project one year for Easter to do sort of like a beaded bead, but in an Easter egg shape. But as always, I run out of time and I never had time to release it. I think I like it more when I filled it up with the pearls, and this one, the pearl, I filled it up with the crystals, than having the open one that's like sort of a little bit too open for me. But if you want, we could do a separate video on these later on. And I got this one more when I experimented with it. So I added, instead of just picking up one large bead, I added a smaller bead either side of the beads, and just to make it sort of more of an open, sort of a spare, really lovely looking little beaded bead. So I'm going to use my 8mm beads so you can see it better, because if I do it with the 3mm ones, you might not be able to see what I'm doing very well on the camera. So Christopher's got all his beads on a tray, and is that all the colours, sweetheart? Because you're going to need, did you count it out 10, 10 and 10?
I counted out 30.
Oh good, okay.
And then I put the rest in the bags.
Okay, lovely. So I'm going to thread my needle. One of the ladies asked yesterday what's the easiest way to thread a needle. So when you cut the end of your thread, cut it in an angle, so you're already creating like a point-like structure at the end of your thread. And I bring my needle to my thread and not my thread to my needle, so it's just easier to put it through. Also, the needle itself is always drilled from one way to another, so if you're having difficulty threading it one way, turn your needle around and thread it from the other side. So let me just go to your lovely comments before we start making. Just thread my needles. I'm already there. Sarah saying morning, Christopher and Kitty. Just scroll back a little bit here. Oh, there is quite a lot of you. I'm really sorry if I can't get to you every single comment, but I will try my best. Simon saying good morning, Annette. Adelina, what a lovely name. Morning, Kitty and Christopher. Elaine, good morning, Lucy, Antida, Doris. She said they look gorgeous. I love these beads. Julie saying good morning from Ireland. Not working today, so can enjoy. Lovely to see you both. Looking forward to trying this. Never been successful up to now. Oh, bless. I will try my best to show you as easy as I can. Morning mixed yesterday. We watched a video. Beautiful day in Ireland. Marian saying, well, it's a bit overcast here today, but we were hoping to do a mini bonfire tonight. We got like a chimney outside, and we are hoping to do a little bonfire later on tonight, but we see with the children just to sort of do something different. Good morning, Chris. Tried this before and failed. Hoping miracle beads. Bernie saying miracle beads are beautiful. Yes, they are, because they have got the special glare on them. I'm making them big one for home decor. I think it's really great. I think Simon added a banner for the free download page on the website, so you can go there and choose your colors. Bear in mind, you need 30 beads for a beaded bead, so have a look how many you get in a bag, because it might be less, so you might have to buy 2 or 3 bags if you go for any of the larger colors. Chris is saying thanks for the idea, we'll try that. Marian saying sunny in Cavan. Oh, this is good. Still my comments are jumping on here. Paula saying morning, Jules saying morning. Not so sunny today, not here as well. Lindsay saying morning, Kitty and Christopher. Danny, good morning. Great. So Catherine, good morning. So great. Good morning, Jan, Nat, Jane. Oh, I'm loving you. There's loads of you here today. So I threaded my needle. I'm going to use sort of a couple of arm span of thread here. I'm leaving my bobbin on. I always do this because then halfway through the project, if I do need more thread, I can unreel it and continue there. So the first thing we're going to do, Christopher is just sort of sitting here next to me, and he's gonna copy what I'm doing, aren't you, lovely?
Yeah.
So if you want to pick up 5 beads in one color, the first we're going to do one color. We're going to pick any color, whichever you like. So we're going to pick up 5 beads. Christopher is using those lovely acrylic beads, and he's using monofilament, which is just sort of like a fishing line material. This is the only one I could have found. I got a big spool at home, and he's using a big eye needle. Do it in one color, all 5 beads in one color, sweetie.
Why one colour, doll?
Okay, well, I'll do it multicolor then if you like.
No, I'll do it in one colour.
So you got all 5 beads on there. Then I'm going to go through all of these 5 beads all together, just to form a nice and strong base. Now, if you're working with smaller beads, let's pull just this nice and tight. Oh, I've got a little knot there. Just undo this knot. That's it. So if you're working with larger beads, I would say like 6, 8, 10 millimeter, or even larger ones, when I go around my first 5 beads, I knot my tail end and my working thread together, just to have a really secure, nice and strong base. Let me just get my bracelet off, because the thread is keep catching on there. So because I'm working with larger beads, I'm going to knot it together. Now, if I was working with smaller beads, like 3 millimeter beads, I wouldn't knot it together, because I don't want them to go into my little bead, little beads, the hole in the little bead, and then it would stop me to be able to go through further. So I just knotted it. I'm going to go through one more purl. So you have to go through all 5 of them again to form, but take quite a bit of thread, sweetheart, so you have enough to go around.
Do I go like start on that
from the tail end, you're going to go backwards.
So what? So I go through there?
Yes, that's it. So I just went through one more bead to work away from my tail, and the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to pick up 4 of the pearls. So I'm always working sewing 5 pearls together, but because I got already 1 there on my base, I'm just going to bring it a little bit closer to you. I'm only picking up 4, and I'm going to go through that bead one more time. When I pull this up nice and tight, you can see we got like a lovely figure of 8 already. I'm going to go through the next bead again.
There you go, Mummy.
On my base to be able to add further beads.
Mum.
And if I put this then, pull that tight, sweetheart. And then make a knot here.
Can you
so you've
do
got nice base. Not at the moment, sweetheart. You try it.
I don't know what you're doing.
Just the left, just how you tie a knot.
What
How you tie a knot on your shoelaces, sweetie. So I went through one more of the bead to be in position to add further beads, but this time, as I'm going around my base here, I already got 1 round on row 2, I guess, and I already have a bead here what I need to be connecting. So instead of picking up 4, now I'm only picking up 3 of the pearls. And take this all the way down, and this time I'm going to use the side of my previous loop and going through the same on the bottom, but I'm just coming out from on my base row. And when I pull it tight, you can see I got 2 lovely little loops sitting next to each other. I'm going to go through 1 more bead on the base to be able to add further beads, and I'm going to pick up the next 3 again. 1, 2, 3.
Can you do the knot? I don't know how.
Right, to do the knot, you just take it over. So Christopher just added his beads on there. Just a little bit more thread here. So added his beads on there. I'm just going to knot it off for him. So just sort of a right, left over right, and then once you did that, then go the other way. Just an overhand, just a really nice reef knot on there, so be nice and secure, and then it can continue. So that's it. I got 3 of beads added to my string. Sorry about that, guys. And again, as I'm going through my base, I'm going to go to the side of the previous loop and the one I'm just coming out from, and pull this tight, and then I'm going to move along to do the next, and I'm going to add another 3 beads here, and go the side of the previous loop we just added and the base again, then go through. Now because we added 4 already, you only need to add 1, the last one, and when we add this last one, it's going to start to cup our beads, so it's going to turn into sort of a half bead here. Now here we need to go along the bottom, our last bead on the base, which is not connected to a circle, and up the side of the first circle we made, because we already got 1, 2, 3 of the beads there what we need for our last circle. So I'm just going to pick up 2 of the pearls now. I'm going to go on the side, down the side of my last loop, along the bottom, and I'm going to do in 2 lots, and then I'm going to have to come up on the side of the first loop. So far we have our base in the middle, and each of those beads, each of the 5 beads is got sort of 5 beads coming out from them, and the ones in the sides, they are joined up. So this is it. This is half of our bead is done, and then I'm gonna go, as I'm coming out from the side, I'm gonna go take myself into the middle, and I'm gonna go through one of the pearls, just like that. So now I'm going to do the same thing again, adding beads to go around, but now I have, instead of here we had 1 pearl to attach to, now we need to attach 2 pearls at the same time. So I'm going to pick up 3 of the pearls, 1, 2, 3. If you look at this as your outer circle, I'm coming out of this bead here, and I'm going to step back 1, and I'm going to come through this one and the one I'm just coming out of to add our next circle, and it's already sort of starting to curl up and be a bead shape. Now to add further beads, we have to go along 2 of the pearls here, and this time we're only going to pick up 2. Take this all the way down, because we got 2 on the bottom and using 1 from the side as well. So I'm going to go on the side of the previous loop I just created along the 2 there as well, and pull this up, and then we got our second little circle. Again, I'm going to turn it and move along a couple of beads, and then I'm going to pick up another 2. Again, I'm going to come back on yourself. I got 1, 2, 3 beads to go through. So 1 from the side of the loop we just created, and the 2 on the bottom, or our outer circle if you like, and pull it tight. Again, I'm going to step along 2 beads. So usually I stick my finger in the bead itself when I make it up, if I'm making a larger one, so I can follow my circle how I'm going around. So this is going to be our 4th loop, so I'm still picking up 2 beads here, and then I'm going to step back 3 and go through just like that and pull this up tight. So that's our 4th loop. Now on our final loop, when we're finishing the bead, we only need to add 1 of the pearl beads, because we already have the side of the first loop and the side of the last loop. So this is when you actually close your bead up. So if you are making a smaller bead, I usually add a 6mm pearl inside it to make it, I'm supposed to fill the gaps on the necklaces. So if I bring, actually, where is my, this one is going to be perfect for you to see. So this one is, there is a black little pearl inside it. It just makes like an extra little decoration in there, and I think it's, if you string it on, then you can't see the string inside either, or if you use it on hat pins, you can't see the hat pin either as well, because that little pearl inside there is filling the gap, I guess. But in the other colors, sometimes I use the same color inside it, so you can't really see it as well, sort of just an overall shine through, but in this one you can. So if you're working with smaller beads, this would be the point when you add your little, just pop the little bead in there, just like so. I haven't got any large pearls, but this is too big. I need a smaller one. A smaller beaded bead. Have I got one here? No, this will be too big as well. But you know what I mean. So just sort of putting the bead inside there. Now we have oh, Christopher found me a small one. So I would just put a bead inside there, and that would just sit in there, and then you would move along. So in the previous ones you only had to move along 2, but on your last one you have to move along 3. So I've got 1 through 2 and the 3rd one to be in position to add the last pearl. So just like that. Thank you, Christopher, for that bead. And as you can see, we just need to add a pearl in here, so we have 5 on this side and 5 on that side as well. So I'm just going to pick up that 1 pearl and take this all the way down. I'm going to bring it directly across and then sew through each one of those circles, completing all the thread paths on your bead. So I'm going to go around this way first, so just going around those 5 beads until I get back to the bead I just added, and all is left to do, this is the bead I just added, I'm just going through. All is left to do is to sew together these last 5 pearls without adding any pearls on there whatsoever. Just like that, going through all of those beads. Now what I do when I get to the end, instead of cutting my tail off, I do reinforce my thread path, because the more you go through your bead, just following any thread path you created previously, going around in circles, up and down, just strengthening your bead, and your bead is going to be more solid and more, it won't be squishy at all. Especially with the big ones, you might want to go around an extra few times just to really tighten it up. That's it. So keep going around. So that's it, really how you make a beaded bead. And we got the other little beaded bead inside it. I mean, wouldn't it be nice to make a beaded bead around a beaded bead and keep continuing making beaded beads until get to the real. So I could have inserted this one into this one and have really big size. Maybe that's something we could play with it later on. Have a little, oh, Christopher reaching in. Oh yeah, we could have put this one into this one as well. That's would have made an even more interesting home decor. But that's really how easy it is to make a beaded bead. Sorry darling, you're reaching across the video. And then I would take more thread and do it from the other side as well. Angela is saying you are gone blurred. I'm not sure if it's my internet connection. It might be yours as well. I know a lot of people using the internet at the moment because they are home. So video quality, even in my own page, can be very... on Facebook page, when I look at Facebook, can go a little bit blurry as well. So that's it. That's how easy to make a beaded bead. Do go on our website and download the free PDF today, which is the very instructions. That was one of our older kits, and I just thought I can give you that one. Share the video because the PDF is only available today. So tomorrow it will be something different. Tomorrow you're going to see the lovely Sarah, and it's just really, you know, just start using your beads up. If you got 30 beads left of, these are all crystals of a certain size, then, you know, even I experimented with using, this is just a clear AB bead with a different colored thread, and it just really looks great because it changes it a little bit. That's just 8mm glass bead, again, glass pearls. Then they are 6mm glass pearls. You can make loads of different ones, and I do love it that you can sort of stack them up into necklaces in different sizes. So let me just go back to your lovely comments. Sorry if I missed any of you. After the video, I will go through and look at all your comments and answer it if you got any question. Sandy said good morning, thank you for the lovely clear video. So her one was quite clear then as well. Patricia, morning Kitty and everyone, sorry I'm a bit late. Julie saying trying to follow, bless you. You can keep re-watching this video, so if you go to Totally Beads Facebook page, you can scroll down and watch the video and the previous videos over and over again. Camille saying it always looks so easy when you do it. It takes us a few oh, I just lost the comment. Just keep scrolling up. Right, there is. Looks so easy when you do it. It takes us a few go to get it right. So yes, so as you can see, I made quite a few. So I think I can do this in my sleep as well. Bernie saying thank you. Kieran saying thank you. Jill saying thank you. Thank you again. All of you saying thank you. That's so nice. So thank you very much for watching the video. Download the PDF, have a look at the materials on the free project page. I got it on my iPad here so I can actually show you. When you go up there, in our categories, you just need to choose the free projects. As you go through the categories themselves, and then it will bring the page up. At the top I added the miracle beads, so if you click on that, it takes you to the miracle beads section, as well as the bundle. The free project download is there, and a couple of single kits for you to have a look at if you wish. But as I said, you can do these beads in any sizes you have at home. You just need needle and thread, or if you do it with the larger beads, use a stronger monofilament so it keeps it nice and strong. Do if you make some, share your pictures, please. We got the Handmade by Totally Beads group. It's a lovely, like-minded people. If you haven't joined it, join it. And I just love to see your take and your interpretation, what you can do with different beads, or you can always take it further and do so many wonderful designs and patterns, and I just love to see what you're making. So that's it for us today. I'm gonna go and help Christopher finish his little ball, bless him, because I couldn't really talk to him at the same time. So we're gonna finish that. I'm gonna post the picture on later on to Facebook so you can see it, what he made. His multicolored little ball beaded bead. And Sarah's gonna see you tomorrow. On the top of my head, I'm not sure what she's doing. Oh, I think she's might be working with right angle weave, and it's going to be, I think I had a bracelet somewhere here. 6mm pearls, 4mm check fire polished beads, and size 8 seed beads, and a choice of your clasp. So if you want to make along with her, you can get those materials organized. Oh, I just found the bracelet. Christopher just handed it to me. So that's what you will be making tomorrow. 6mm pearls, 4mm fire polished check, and this lovely, any color of size 8 Toho seed beads we use, and I've used a toggle clasp on this one, but you could choose other ones as well. So that's what Sarah's going to be making tomorrow, so you can organize your materials if you like. That's it for us today. Let me just turn the camera around so you can see us again. There we are. There we are with Christopher. So we're going to go and finish Christopher's beaded bead, and yeah, share the video, and have a lovely day. Stay safe, everyone. The weather is not really great outside, so I can show you it's quite grey here. But hopefully, if it brightens up, we're going to go for another lovely walk today. And hopefully we will be able to have, if it doesn't rain, able to have the little bonfire tonight. So bye, everyone. I will check your comments out, and if you had any questions, I will answer it after the video. Sarah's going to see you tomorrow, and I'll see you next week. Bye.